Cory.
Hello.
Thank you for helping my project.
Okay.
Did you know that NASA is planning to send astronauts back to the moon?
I did not know that.
After hearing about it, any initial reactions?
That's good.
When you think about the future of humanity, if we look out like 200 years in the future, do you see us going to, people living on the moon and Mars?
No.
No, just only here on the Earth?
Well, maybe not only here on the Earth, but there's nothing on the moon that everything that we need to sustain ourselves exists on the Earth and other planets, but there's nothing on the moon. Like, there's no reason to move. That's like moving to the middle of the desert. Like, why would you do that?
Well, I think the same thing, but then you look at Las Vegas, and it's like in the middle of the desert. So.
Yeah, but I mean, they built that up in the desert with very unscrupulous reasons. I don't think like mobsters are gonna head to the moon. They might, but I don't think that that's gonna happen.
Space travel is kind of a gamble. That's so you're talking about the biggest gamblers might.
Yeah, exactly. They might. You never know. I mean, I don't think the average person would, but you never know. Yeah.
But you think maybe like Mars or maybe a moon of Jupiter or Saturn or something like that?
If we find another planet where you can grow, where we can sustain ourselves without having to like transport food and things to keep us alive, yes. But if we need the resources of the Earth to keep us alive there, all we would be doing is depleting more of the resources on the Earth, because now we not only need the resources, but we need the fuel to get the resources there. So it's like a double loss for the people on Earth.
You have to live off the land.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
But do you see us like building like facilities that would allow for you to create?
Probably. They're probably, assuming that there's something on the moon that isn't already discovered,
okay, then
they would probably build like things to research. But from what I understand, like whatever's on the moon is something that we already know. So, I mean, there's no new minerals to be discovered. There's no new things. So I don't know what they'll be studying. Mm-hmm. So, but if we do discover something else on the moon, like some other resource, some other mineral, some other thing, then yeah, we'll probably build facilities on the moon.
Like something that maybe, what do you call those, superconductors or
exactly,
special magnet or something that's great for like radiation shielding or I don't know.
Yeah, something like that, yeah. There would need to be a reason to be, if I were running the country, which I'm not, but like you never know what the government will decide to do. But in my mind, it would be, we would need a reason to use those resources to send people to the moon if we were going to send people to the moon. But I mean, we do stuff for no reason all the time, so you really don't know. You know what I'm saying? You can't predict.
Are there some other things that we do for no reason that first comes to your mind?
Most of the things we do really don't have a reason behind it. Like a lot of our foreign aid kind of just goes to the militaries.
Right.
So like, there's no reason for us to fund other militaries other than to get money. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no reason for, what else do we do? There's a lot of like a lot of the research that we do kind of leads to nothing. I guess that's the nature of research, it's kind of a gamble. But a lot of the scientific research we do is more like capitalist research where people are just trying to find ways to get money instead of discovering new things or discovering new avenues. But yeah, to me, that stuff is kind of like, it's pointless because eventually it's a zero-sum game. Eventually one person's gonna have all the money and then all of that knowledge is gonna be kind of thrown to the side because he doesn't need to do it anymore. And so what we think is actually enriching humanity is really just enriching the capitalist. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And once he doesn't need that anymore, he's probably just gonna throw the stuff away. You know what I'm saying? So like if Bill Gates goes to the moon and doesn't find anything, I can guarantee you whatever he used to go to the moon, he's just gonna throw his rockets away or whatever. He's not gonna be like, oh well, here's some rockets, guys. You can do what you want. I'm done with them. That's never gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's what I mean like by it's pointless because we're doing it for the benefit of a very select group of people who aren't going to reinvest in us.
Well, we need to figure out some way for it to benefit us all.
Yeah, exactly.
Just a few people.
Yeah, and I don't think the moon is going to benefit us all. You know what I mean? Like it didn't the first time. So you know what I'm saying? So yeah.
If you could though, would you take a trip to space?
Yeah.
How far would you go?
I mean, I'd go as far as I could go with a guaranteed comeback. Like I don't know if anyone has gone to Mars yet and come back, so I wouldn't go that far. But people have gone to the moon and come back from the moon, so I'd go to the moon and come back from the moon. But I'm not going to like risk my life for space exploration because I don't know enough to benefit humanity. Like if you send me to space, it's literally only going to benefit me. I'm not going to discover anything that's going to benefit humanity because I don't even know what I'm looking for.
Right.
So it would, it would have to be just a cool trip. But if you want to send me on a space exploration mission, no, because I mean I'm not an explorer. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
so it would be
right.
kind of a waste of everybody's time and money.
But I mean, but you'd be able to experience it like for real, like without those preconceptions and.
Yeah,
you
but
know.
I mean, I'm not going to prioritize. I know this is kind of un-American to say, but I'm not going to prioritize myself over the rest of my countrymen because it's going to be cool.
Okay.
You know, like there's a certain number of people that can go to space.
Sure.
I would rather people who knew what to do once they got to space that would benefit all of us go, even if it means I never get to go. You know what I'm saying? Because
Right.
like sending me, yeah, it would be cool for me, but it may be that we leave some scientists behind who could have discovered a new, fuel source by picking up the right rocks.
Wow.
But instead of him doing that, it's Cory up there hanging out. You know what I'm saying? It would be
Sure.
kind of like it was a waste of time for everybody.
So that's really amazing.
Well, okay. Yeah, I guess. I don't know. That's just how I feel,
I mean, that's amazing. Well, Cory, it was such a pleasure to get to talk to you, and
My
thank you so
pleasure.
much for participating in my project.
No worries, man. Good luck.
Okay.
All right.
Bye.